I've been sitting here doing nothing for 2.5 hours. I figured it's probably time that I start recording. Hey losers, I hope you guys are doing well and staying healthy. For today's video, I really should have wrote down what I wanted to say. It's like every word I have ever known has just like gone out of my head. Before the coronavirus struck Earth, sure, I just got a job at
Undisclosed Painting Company,
and I was all set to teach my first class, and I was unable to do that because we closed down before the weekend that I was supposed to start teaching. So I've been wanting to put a video or go on Facebook Live or something like that of me painting something, like a little short tutorial on like a simple painting, and I just thought it'd be something fun and simple to do. Today we're going to be painting a moon with a lake and some trees and whatever. Not super detailed, so it's pretty easy to follow along. And as much as I wanted this to just be a regular tutorial, I thought, how can I make this fun for the people that don't paint so that they still want to watch? Because, a boring old tutorial is great and all, but it made me think of Bob Ross, right? Because a lot of people have watched Bob Ross paint and have never painted a day in their lives. Because he just has this like super calming voice and everything's just a good time. We're gonna make a nice calm, relaxing, chill video for any of you that might be stressed out in quarantine right now. This is like your 15 or 20 minutes of just hanging out and chilling and watching YouTube videos. So yeah, let's get started. Welcome everyone, I am so excited that you could join us tonight. We're just going to jump right into this painting I have right here, a 11 by 14 size canvas. I'm going to have the colors flash up on the bottom of the screen for you. Alright, so I have my 2-inch brush here. We're just going to go into that red color. We're going to bring it along the center of our canvas, a little bit above it. Now my brush right now is wet, just a little damp. Just a little bit. We're going to take more of the red and we're going to spread it out about here. And would you just look at that red? Is that not the most beautiful shade of red you have ever seen in your entire life? I'm telling you, what a beautiful color. We know it looks a little bit messy right now, but that's alright. Now we're going to take that blue color on that same brush. I have not wiped off my brush. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to fill in the top and the bottom. Not quite going to blend them together yet because I want to make sure that I get an even covering before I start mixing the colors together. We're just adding to the top of the painting. I want to make sure we cover the entire thing. There we go. Gonna do the same thing on the bottom here. Just back and forth with that brush. Cover the whole thing. Don't be afraid to really go in there with the color. You want to make sure that it has a nice even covering all along the canvas. We don't want any white spots showing once it starts to dry. Yeah, especially not that little rascal in the corner there. I am actually going to take a little bit more of what I have left of my red color here on my brush. Gonna mix it to this sort of purpley color here. I'm just gonna start tossing that between the two colors. I'm just gonna blend them together. Let's go ahead and blend those together. You just want to blend those together until they look nice and smooth. Blend. That's all we're doing right now. Just blending these colors together. Alright, while my canvas is still wet, I'm going to take a little bit of this black color here you have to be very, very careful with. Because black is very, very powerful. So I'm just going to load it a little bit onto the edge of my brush. I'm going to go up in these corners. Just put a little dab on all of the 4 corners of the canvas. I'm going to clean my brush off a little bit. I'm just going to blend them. Blend it into that blue color.
Don't want to get too crazy now, right? We don't want the black all over the canvas. We just want to blend it into that blue color. Just go ahead, very lightly with the paintbrush, move it back and forth, blend it into that blue color.
I'm actually going to let my canvas dry real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright, so right now this is what we're working with. I'm actually going to take one of my smaller detail brushes and we're going to go into the black here. We're just going to pick where our horizon line is going to be. So I'm going to do mine a little bit lower, right around here. Right there. I'm just going to draw my line across the center. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to go back and we're going to fix it later.
We're just going to draw that line. Perfect.
And just above our horizon, about right here, I'm going to be putting a moon. And because my red is such a thin red, I'm actually going to take this white. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to make my moon. Just has to be a circle. It's alright if it blends with that red that we already have on the canvas, because it's going to be red anyway.
I'll tell you what, the best way to figure out where your moon is going to be is create a story.
Alright, you can make it as big or as little as you'd like, because this is your world, this is your moon, so if you'd like to have a little itty bitty moon, then that's just fine. If you'd like to have a really big, giant, gargantuan moon, that is okay.
For me, I kind of have a medium-sized moon, because in my world, my moon is medium-sized, and that's alright. And you know what? In your world, yours can be large, or it can be small, or it can be medium.
Alright, and we're going to let that dry. And while that's drying, I'm actually going to take one of my detail brushes here. I'm going to go into my black, because we're going to start building off of this. I'm going to build a couple trees, some bushes, everything you would like to have.
Because this is what? Your world. That is right.
Alright, we're going to take this brush, smack the devil out of it. Alright, we're going to go into the black here. We're going to do just the corner of the brush in that black color. I'm going to start putting in some trees here. So I got to figure out where exactly these trees live in my world. In my world, they live about here. So I'm just going to start tapping in some trees.
Just tippity tapping in some trees. Just with the corner. Not too heavy, just lightly.
Now you don't want to overwork the area too much, because then you're going to start losing the definition that you would get in the branches.
Just tap, 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 tap.
You know what? I'm actually going to show you guys another technique you can use with a different kind of brush. So we have here my fan brush, which I'm going to load into the black color here. You can do something very similar to this, but let's say you wanted to do like a
Now we are getting a little crazy here.
nice tall pine tree. So first I'm going to give myself a trunk to work off of here. Then I'm just going to use kind of the corner of the brush, push it against the canvas and fan it outwards. Alright. Now that we've kind of gotten above our horizon line, what we're going to be doing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start painting my moon. My moon's going to be red. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to paint this bad boy red. On my same brush, I'm going to go dip back into that blue color. Gonna kind of mix it with the red that I already have on here. Create kind of that purple color. We're gonna go figure out where our craters are gonna be at. So I'm gonna do one there. I'm gonna probably do a couple over here, down here, a little bit right there, a little bit here and there. Alright, we're gonna start blending our craters into our moon.
And it is gonna look a little messy right now.
And you know what? It's okay if it doesn't look good right away. Look, mine doesn't look good right away. It's all part of painting. You can't give up. You can't get too close to it either. Because how often do you go to a museum and stand directly in front of a painting this close away from it? Not very often, right? Added a couple more trees here and there. I am going to take lots of my red here, mix it with some of my blue, so we get this kind of purple color. Alright, and then this is actually going to be our highlight on our trees. Got this kind of purple, blue look to it. Just adds a little bit of color, a little bit of pop. Here. If you wanted to do a little variation, you could add a little bit more blue. You could add a little bit more red.
And right now we're making our branches, right? We need those branches for all of our little rascal friends, our little devil friends that are living up in those trees and those bushes.
Look at that. That's really coming out there. I'm actually going to mix just a little bit of the blue with our white here. With that, I'm going to make some highlight on our trunks here.
Just gives us a little bit of depth, you know, just a little.
Alright, so now we got some highlights and we've kind of completed the top portion of our painting, but we still have this big empty space at the bottom here. And basically what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to take my long detail brush here, and we're going to recreate everything up here, all of our trees that we have, as if it were being reflected off of water on the bottom here.
What kind of fish live in your lake? I think mine might have some trout, some carp even.
You don't need to use a texture brush when you're doing this because you're losing all the texture in the reflection of the water. Just want to make sure that you're painting back and forth this way, no up and down, no crisscross. You want to keep it kind of the same. Now she's almost about done, but another thing that I like to do just to give it a little more pop is I want to actually show my horizon line. I'm going to take my fan brush here. I'm going to go into that watered down kind of baby blue color that we made earlier. I'm just going to, just a little bit here and there, kind of show where the horizon line would be at. This doesn't have to be straight at all. Maybe a little sideways, look for good. After you're done with that, we're going to add a little bit of ripple effect to the bottom of our lake or ocean here, and then we're pretty much going to be all done with this. So we're just going to go, I'm going to go into this blue that I have. And mostly, I don't really care about getting the blue where the blue already is. I want to pull a little bit of the blue into my kind of purple and red color that I have here. Let's pull a little bit side to side. And I'm also actually going to do the same thing with my red. My only issue is with my red, it is very transparent. I'll try to work with that a little bit because she doesn't have to fully be there. And you know what? I think we're pretty much going to call that one done. And thank you so much for tuning in. I have no idea when my camera cut out. I'm not even sure if I turned it back on after taking a break for a little bit. I mean, that would be pretty funny if I just started painting and then all of a sudden it was just like, well, and it's done. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And I will see you at some point next week. Alright, I guess that's it. Oh!
Our top story tonight!
I have a Twitter now. I got a Twitter so that way I can stay in touch with you guys. I know a lot of the people that watch my channel right now are like family and friends, and I post on Facebook and like Snapchat about my videos, but I'd like to start posting on Twitter, just something specifically for my videos so you guys can vote on, you know, some polls. If I have some ideas, you guys can tweet at me. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the screen right there, I guess. I don't know. And then there will be a link in the description. Yeah, alright. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.